Hey guys, so I have another rant for you. And this is a very positive rant though, so hopefully people won't take this the wrong way. But I want to talk about that annoying friend. Now, every family has one annoying person, and you always have that annoying friend or annoying family that you're like, oh, I love them so dearly, but I really do not want to deal with them right now. And I know you all know who I'm talking about, and there's probably that one person that just immediately pops into your mind when you think of that annoying friend or that annoying family member. And I've realized lately that people seem to take advantage of those relationships. People seem to be like, oh, I just don't want to deal with him, or I just don't want to deal with her today. Do I really have to go through this again? And you dread seeing them. But in all reality, it's not because they're a bad person or they're really a jerk or anything like that, or that they're anything like one specific negative thing about them. It's just their personality. Maybe they're too clingy, or maybe they're too needy, or maybe they're just too talkative and you're not that outgoing and they are. Um, a lot of people probably find me that annoying friend. I don't know, because truthfully, I think we all need at least one annoying friend or annoying family member in our life. And I'm going to stop trying to do that quote thing. I'm sorry. But we need them in our lives, and we don't appreciate them, I think. I have a hard time picking just one annoying family member or one annoying friend, because I love all my friends and I love all my family members and I do appreciate them. And I know that sometimes I might not show my appreciation. I think I've talked about that in a previous video, how I have a really hard time showing, you know, the lovey-dovey side, and have a really hard time showing how much I appreciate people, because I'm an open book, but I kind of come off cold-shouldered sometimes. And I'm not a cold person. I'm a very loving person, and I love and appreciate my friends and family. It's just sometimes I don't have the energy for one. Some of you. Sometimes I have no energy for my own kid. So my point is that annoying friend is probably clinging on or over talking because you don't show them enough time. And they care about you and they love you and they need you in their life more than you know. You're a big part of their life for some reason, whatever reason it might be, whether it's a brother or sister or cousin or a parent. A lot of kids my age, I can't say kids, a lot of adults my age in their 20s are like, oh, my mom's so annoying. She's always, nagging. That's their job. A mom is supposed to nag. And she's always going to care, and she's always going to be overwhelmingly loving. And if she's not, then, maybe she's finally come to accept that if she stopped doing that. Or maybe it's just not in her personality. Like myself, it's not my type of personality to cling on and latch on. But at the same time, I still nitpick at my son and do the motherly things, excuse me. But I can't help that. It's just part of being a mom. You just naturally do these things. And you catch yourself, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I sound like my mom. Or, oh my gosh, I sound like my grandmother, like correcting people's grammar and stuff. And I thank my grandmother so much for always correcting me in my grammar, but at the same time, it's like, what the heck? I'm correcting myself half the time. Anyway, going off on a tangent. Yeah, she taught me that word too. But, oh crap. Oh yes. So, those annoying friends or family members might be obnoxious at times, but you don't know why. they do it. They just, for some reason, attach to you. Maybe, no, I'm pretty certain it's because they see the good in us. I have a couple of family members that I love to death, and they always seem like they always need my help. They're always asking for my advice. And I start thinking, why me? Why are they asking for my advice? Now, I'm giving my advice constantly on my channel, but I realize I can't help but give advice. And that's just who I am. And I'm always trying to help others. And I want to keep helping others. And they see that in me. And that's why they've clung onto me. And maybe they're clinging onto you. Your annoying friend or family member is clinging onto you because you're there for them when they've needed you most. Or maybe you were there just once. And they're like, wow, they went out of their way to help me. And now they feel like they can rely on you. You're like, why do they always come to me? Why is everyone always asking for my advice? Or why is everyone always asking for me to help work in their car or build their house or whatever it might be that you're good at? They're asking because you're good at it. Because that's just a part of who you are. Accept it. Accept the fact that, yeah, you might have an annoying person, doing the quotes, I'm sorry, in your life, but at the same time, maybe you're the annoying friend to someone else. We all have our annoying features. I talk with my hands. I'm very bold and outgoing and speak my mind, and sometimes my mom's like, you need more of a filter. Well, yeah, maybe I do in some cases, and I've tried to tone it down, but it's just a part of who I am. I can't help it. And so those annoying people in our lives, they come in handy because when they reach out to you, I almost promise you, those are also the people that you know you can rely on at the same time. I am so thankful for my family, and when I say family, I mean the ones that are blood related or not. Some of my closest family members are actually my best friends, and they're basically family to me, and they tell me they love me, and they're here for me through thick and thin. And some of them are my blood related family members. I'm extremely thankful for my aunt who takes care of my son when I cannot take care of him when I'm off working or running errands or doing chores or whatever throughout the week. I'm extremely thankful for that. And I hope to dear God she never feels like I take advantage of that. And I know that her mentality and my mentality is completely different, but we always are we are always communicating, and I'm always trying to help her out with her kids. You know, when I come and visit and I drop off my son or pick up my son, I'm always there, and she knows she can always text me or call me or message me on Facebook and say, hey, you know, I have this going on, so-and-so's going through this, can you come over and help? I will drop everything. I got a text from one of my cousins at like 10:30, 11:30 at night one night. I jumped right out of bed. It's like, all right, let's do this. Let's go. Yeah, it sucked that I had to miss some sleep, but, you know, it's something I'm willing to do. I don't care what time of day it is. If my family needs me, my friends need me, I'm going to do my best to be there. Sometimes I can't, and I try. Sometimes I don't understand what they're going through. I'm like, I have no idea how to go about, you know, consoling them when I know nothing about what they're going through. But at the same time, they just want me there to listen. Sometimes that annoying friend is that person that just won't shut up. But how much I'm willing to bet so much on the fact that they're probably that friend that will bend over backwards for you. You might have to listen to them rant. Oh, my life sucks. Or, oh, this person sucks in my life. And I'm sick of this, and I'm sick of that. And they are always ranting about something specific, and you're like, I don't care. But you should. Like, you might not care about what it is they're ranting about because they're constantly ranting and they don't do anything about it, well, you give them all this advice and they still don't do anything about it because they need to make that change. And you can't be cold. Well, you can be, but I don't suggest being like, you know what, if you don't stop bitching about this, excuse my French, then just don't talk to me. And I don't want to hear about it because they need you. Sometimes all I need is someone to talk to and say, oh my gosh, and just vent. And that is part of my thought process. When I vent to someone and then I figure it out on my own without them even saying anything. While I'm saying it, I'm like, ding, I got it. I know the solution to my problem. More than half the time, I realize that I have the answer to my own problems. I just need to verbalize it and say it out loud to someone else. Or sometimes someone will just simply ask me a question and cut me off and I'm like, why am I not doing that? You're right. Or why am I putting up with this? Or whatever it might be. They'll just say literally one sentence and I'm just, crap. You're right. It's that simple. But sometimes you don't realize how simple your solutions are, so you need to vent. So you need to be that annoying friend sometimes. Sometimes we just need to get it out. And I use my YouTube channel to get out my rants, my frustrations, but also to communicate. So people can feel like they are capable of talking to me. I want my family and my friends and anyone to feel comfortable walking up to me and asking me a question. I might not have the answer, but go ahead, rant. And I might zone out a couple times. Might be on my phone because it's like, I've heard this a million times before from you. I love you, but please shut up. But in all reality, I'm still going to contribute when I can. And I'm going to try to calm you down. There are certain cousins of mine that go through a lot, and I'm the oldest out of 17 grandchildren on my father's side, and I am willing to be there for them. Any of them. All of them. Hopefully not all at once. I love you all, but please don't do it all at once. But I want them to feel comfortable coming to me, and you should always make your family members and your loved ones, whether they're family, blood related or not, or friends, feel comfortable with coming to you, because you never know when you're going to need them. You never know. And no matter how bad of a situation you are in or you've created for yourself, the ones that love you are still going to be there for you. You might, that unconditional love, you know when someone unconditionally loves you, when you've done stupid, really, really stupid things, and someone still is there for you. They still support you through your stupidity. And they're like, well, what are you doing? Or maybe they don't say anything. Or maybe they say a lot. Like, I say a lot. When people mess up, I tell them. And they might not like that. Some of my family members have an issue with me being like, hey, you're being stupid. Just stop. And I cut them off. And I'm like, don't make that mistake. And sometimes they need to figure it out on their own. But other times, they're like, why? Like, they fight me on it tooth and nail, but then they come to realize it. You know what? You're right. I should have listened to you, Megan. Or whatever. However they put it. Point is, they realize I should listen. I'm getting all this advice and I'm not taking any of it. And I'm asking for the advice and I'm venting to this person. I should probably take their advice into account and not just shut them out and feel like they're attacking me. I am never going to try to attack anyone. I don't care how wrong you've done me. I don't care what you've done. Now, if you murdered someone, well, I might rip you a new one. I might yell at you. But I'm not going to believe that just because you've made certain mistakes in your life, whether you've done me wrong or done my family wrong or done my friends wrong, whatever you've done, if I truly love you, I might not forgive you immediately. I might not be okay with what you're doing and the choices you're making, but I'm still here. I'm not going to hate you. I'm going to love you through it. I'm going to support you and let you know that I'm here for you, but I'm not going to say I'm okay with what you're doing, because sometimes people are making bad choices and I'm like, I'm not okay with this. I don't want to be a part of this. Do not try to put me in that situation. It makes me very uncomfortable. I do not want to be a part of this situation. But when you are ready to talk to me about it and you want help, I am here for you. And I will help you get yourself out of this situation, or I'll help you through getting out of this bad habit, or whatever it might be. We all need help. We all have our own issues. We've all made mistakes. We're human. We're going to make mistakes. And I can tell you right now, God's honest truth, I don't care what other people think. I have made so many mistakes. I was a different person when I was a kid than I am right now. I was a different person as a teenager. I went through stages as a teenager, just like every other teenager out there. You go through different stages, whether you verbalize them or not, whether you had the internet to prove that you were making those mistakes or not. You made mistakes as a teenager. You made mistakes as a 20-something or other. You're going to make mistakes as a 30-somethings, in your 40-somethings, in your 50s. It doesn't matter how old you are, you're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna forget things. My mom is my mom. And God bless her. But that poor woman has a horrible memory, and she cannot keep up with my allergies. She'll probably offer me peanut butter the next time I go see her. Oh, you want some peanut butter apples? No. Well, actually, yeah, I would love some, Mom, but I can't. Because it will kill me. There's a high chance of it killing me. Not 100% possible. But there's a very high chance of that. Let's not risk that, please. So, it's the fact that my mother is a human being, but she still forgets I'm her child. I'm her firstborn. I'm 25 years old. You would think she would remember. No, because she has enough going on in her life. She's a human being. She's going to forget these things. She's going to forget, crap, my daughter's deadly allergic to these things. Crap, my daughter didn't do her homework. I should probably go make her do her homework, her younger daughter. Oh, crud. It's my anniversary with my boyfriend in a week. Those things that are big, those are huge things. Sometimes we forget. Sometimes we mess up. It's like, I made mistakes when I was a teenager. I don't want people to hold them against me for the rest of my life. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I have a hard time letting go of the mistakes people have made against me and that they've done me wrong in some ways, but I still love those people. I have had people in my family and friends make some bad choices in our relationship with me, in their relationship with me, but I love my family still. Have I said some horrible things to some of my family members as a teenager? Yeah. Did I mean them all? More than likely, I meant none of them. I was hormonal. I'm still hormonal. It's going to happen. And you never know what anyone else is going through in their life. So, with that being said, that annoying person in your life, or people in your life, they're going through something else. And just because you would be okay, and you're going to be okay if you go through that, or, hey, I've gone through that, I've dealt with that, or I've dealt with that on a, even more horrendous level that you have dealt with. And it's like, oh, I've dealt with breakups, or, well, oh, you've dealt with breakups? Well, I've dealt with divorce. Let's just one-up each other with how horrible our life is. No, stop. Because you're different people. You process differently mentally. You emotionally handle things differently. You're a completely different person. My brother and I were very much so alike. But he's still a guy. And I might think a lot like a guy because being non-binary, that happens. I think a lot like men, but not all men think exactly alike. But generally speaking, yeah. But you can't generalize me with a man or a woman. So I'm not going to generalize anyone else with each other because we are all different. Right? I could have a twin and be completely different. We can be 2 minutes apart, 2 seconds apart. And we're not going to be the same person. We could be the same gender. Doesn't mean we're going to be the same person. We could go through the exact same things growing up. Does not mean we are going to mentally process that and emotionally process those things the exact same way. So, yes, we're going to compare. Comparing is a natural thing, but at the same time, don't hold it against someone because they're handling a situation the wrong way. No, we all process differently. For example, death. I've come to terms with the fact that it happens. It's a very deep and dark thing to think about, but it's a very natural thing, and it happens to everyone. It's going to happen sooner or later. And I hope and pray and thank God that I do not have to worry about that, about myself right now. But you never know. I could walk out my front door and have a tree fall on me. Like, it's that simple. What's the probability of that? It's very low. But at the same time, it is a possibility. You never know when your time is up. So, I don't know how my family's going to handle that. I know I handle it differently than others, and I handle it a little bit easier than others because I've come to terms with it's just a process in life. Doesn't mean I don't cry. I've lost some people in my life that I love so deeply, and people don't understand how I connected with those people. And it's like, you barely knew them. Well, yeah, I did, but the time that I spent with them was so special to me that I did cry. And there's other deaths when I'm like, wow, that really sucks. I miss them. But I don't cry about it because I'm not a crier. But I know there are some people in my life that when they do pass, I'm going to bawl my eyes out. And I might cry for months on end. Like, obviously, my parents, when I lose them, I'm going to cry. And if I ever lose a sibling or a cousin, because they're all younger than me, if I ever lose them, I'm going to lose it. But I'm going to heal completely different than the rest of my cousins would, or my siblings would if they lost me, or my parents, because we're different people. And it's a horrible thing to think about, but everyone thinks about it. People get scared of it, people aren't scared of it, people are excited about it. Who knows? Because we're all different. And prejudging the fact that someone's processing different, don't hold it against them. Just let them process. And they might say something to you that bothers you, and maybe they're doing something wrong and you're trying to watch out for them. And I've given advice and people lash out at me and say, why are you attacking me? Why is everyone attacking me because I did this? And they're shoving it down my throat that I'm making mistakes. No, we're just trying to help you. But that's how sometimes it comes off. I felt attacked sometimes too. I still, to this day, feel attacked sometimes because everyone comes at me all of a sudden. It's like, oh, I made a parenting mistake. Crap, I'm a horrible person. No, I don't think that I'm a horrible person. And I know they're not trying to say I'm a horrible person, but when everyone's coming at you at the same time, it's just like, what do you expect me to do? I'm going to lash out sometimes. Someone's going to get the lash out, and it's probably going to be someone very close to me, someone that's going to be very real with me and very blunt. And other people are going to get me just like ignoring them, and other people are going to get me breaking down to them. And I'm like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? Like, help me. So some people are going to get different angles, and you never know who that's going to be. I don't know who it's going to be. I never know who I'm going to end up breaking down to, because it's always different. It depends on the situation. It depends on the person. So that is why I'm saying everyone is that annoying person. Everyone has an annoying person in their life. Everyone processes differently. So let's stop assuming that, oh, well, if I can handle it, they can handle it. Or, oh, they're so annoying, and you just want to ignore them. Don't ignore them. Give them the time of day. Maybe it's that annoying person, you don't want to see that often. Okay, but still give them some time. Still make them feel appreciated and loved. And don't let them feel like they don't count in your life. Because sometimes those are the best people to have in your life. I know some of the most annoying, obnoxious people are actually the sweetest. And some of the people that have made the biggest mistakes, and I'm like, when they tell me about the things I've done, I'm like, I'm speechless. It takes a lot for me to be speechless. I usually have a lot to say. So sometimes I've been put in shock, and I'm like, I really don't know how to react to this. And they automatically assume that I'm looking at them as a bad person. No, I'm not, hun. Whoever you are, I'm not looking at you as a bad person, because I know you realize that you've made that mistake. We all make mistakes. You're a human being. Some of them are more horrendous than others. Some of the nicest people have been in war and had to kill, and they didn't want to. And I can tell you right now, I am so thankful that they did those horrendous things at war, because it means that I have a safe home. I'm being protected. I have a lot of family that have been in the service, that have been through horrible, horrible things that they will never share with me. But I know. I've heard about the history. And I don't know their exact experience, though. But they all process it differently. Some war heroes talk about it, and others brag about it, and others just hold it all in, and I'll never know. But I am thankful for all of you. I am thankful for the ones that have made the mistakes and that are learning from those mistakes. And I thank every single vet in my life and every single working serviceman or woman in my life. Thank you for all of your service and all that you have risked and given up. And thank you to the ones that we have lost. And I am so sorry for everyone's losses. But unfortunately, it's something we have to go through. And we lose some and we get some back. But it's a process we all have to go through. Just like death. So with that all being said, I don't want to end this on a bad note. I want you all to just remember to be yourself. And remember that no one's perfect. And when you're having a crap day and you make mistakes because you're having a crap day and you take it out on someone, just make sure you remind them that you do care about them and you do love them, even though you might have lashed out. At some point, make the time to apologize. Don't let them feel unappreciated, because the people that are reaching out to you and trying to help you through your processes, and they might seem like they're attacking you. If they're bringing it up and telling you not to do something, it's probably because they care more than anyone else, because the people that speak up care the most. I'm going to tell you right now, I might not be the most loving person. I might not show the most love physically, and I have a hard time verbalizing it even. But I'm going to tell you right now, I love all of my friends. I love all of you. And I love all my family in different ways. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you need me, I'm here. And I hope to pray that you will be here for me when I need you. I hope you all have a great day. And I hope you learn something new. And you learn from your mistakes and other people's mistakes. Talk to you guys later. Bye.